be punished by the Athena and the Ganesh with that immobility, have to ult out often, so it's a scary one to go towards, but I think this Nemesis just doesn't round out the comp very well for the JadeDragons.
Myth, anything positive to say about this Nemesis pick? We are not
expect to be a great set.
And listen, we got to hear the analysts on the desk. They didn't have their great things to say about the JadeDragons composition.
I'd go through, but also to a role we haven't seen in a minute. But for now, it's game one of the finals, Warriors and Dragons. And as we kick it off, Charlie, I want to ask you plays here. And the control in solo lane was a huge, huge portion of the Dragons' win. Right now, he's controlling and he's got a little help to get it done. Sot is gonna have the Athena coming in, turns it around with a stun. Lasbra getting low, needs a little help. The taunt is good for the damage. The follow-up doesn't seem to be there. He might be slow, but he's walking out. Meanwhile, Nika not only taking the fight, but he's got the assistance. Coast comes over, and it's first blood for the Dragons.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Sot dead to rights on left. Fire.
Dardes has ult.
Started up by the Dragons, like you said. Dardes with ult, half health already. You've got a few Warriors now, all 5 stepping up to the Dragons. A little bit of damage thrown their way. Nika into the backline immediately, causing some disruption. Damage on to Pagon. Zoning out, jumps in, has Genetics locked down. Oh, straight down, hits on 2, and that's what you need from Dardes. Completely opens up this fight, but Sot goes in. Oh my God, Sot with the damage towards the back. They pick off Lasbra, and now you've got a little help. Panitom again, taunt machine. What can he do and what can he bring? And right now, it's the damage from the mid laner who's getting it all done.
He's got 2.
In a bad spot, he turns one around. It's 3-3, both teams just collapsing around the FG.
That was ridiculous. That looked so bad for the OniWarriors at first, but this Tiamat, those Soul Gem procs were absolutely popping in a second, so he's gonna have to channel that back.
Has to play, like you said, a little slower. Tier 2, oh my God, getting chunked down quickly by the Warriors. And Panitom goes in, forces the beads onto Coast. And now falls back, has Genetics, Dharmic Pillars dropped, locked in and corralled are the Dragons. But the turnaround, and specifically the ult from Dardes, gets the job done, and the damage is there to start mounting their defense. Pagon leaps in, good stun, allows the Dragons to fall back and slows the Warriors in their tracks.
But for a bit, they are okay to defend. They have to watch out for the Spirit of the 9 Winds. Dardes is still a target.
Panitom again, double taunt. He's gone to Nika. Nika jumps in. He wants this fight. Dardes shoots it straight down mid. Only connects onto 1, but it's Sot, who's half health, and the rest of the Warriors taking out Pagon. Alternate timeline, tries to get the job done. Nika goes too deep and dies. Lasbra, Coast combine and get themselves a traded out kill mid for Solo. The Titan knocking down this tier 2 tower, and with a little bit of pressure and a little bit of help from the Dragons, they're gonna get it.
They don't have to leave. I don't know what the JadeDragons are doing. Push forward. You've got the Titan on your side, but they don't want to gamble. They don't want to risk it. They know Fire Giant is spawning here shortly.
Sot a little late to the party, and the loop does not work here. Instead, Fire Giant started up again by the Warriors.
They're going for it. DPS is slow. Dardes is nearby, and of course the JadeDragons step forward. Panitom takes a lot of damage.
You have to be careful here if you're Panitom. They don't have the jump in that they want, though, the chase down. Instead, they turn their eyes towards Pagon, and they've got the damage, but he's got the leaps. Good stun from Nika, locks him down. The alternate timeline keeps him going, but only for a second longer. Killed off, and Coast opens up this fight. Now Sot, Genetics trying to run. Panitom, Netroid forced out by Lasbra.
Is the only one nearby. Dharmic Pillars and SOT with a teleport. They want to try and defend.
Sot goes into the back. You don't have that ult if you're Dardes. It's true 50-50. Dharmic Pillars drop. Dragons, though, get the enhanced Fire Giant. They need to win this fight. Lasbra is low, but Lasbra is safe. And the turnaround, yeah, you lose your jungler, but you're killing them 1 by 1. Get the job done. Netroid, nowhere to run, and the Dragons get a DSI. They're going to run down right and get this Phoenix and look for this game.
Yep, Pagon spawns in 25 seconds with the JadeDragons have enhanced Fire Giant. This Phoenix is an afterthought. They're stepping forward. They're walking into the Titan room, and they won game 1.
The damage, it's enough. Game 1, and a little bit of momentum goes over to the JadeDragons.
45 minutes into this game. One pick
to get through this early game with this comp. What I want to see from the OniWarriors here is to run it down. Gilgamesh in the jungle, going to be dominant. Osiris and Solo can match that.
Back to it, because we've got Panitom on a signature pick for himself. This Gilgamesh, it has me excited.
Yeah, and I tend to echo a little bit of what the desk was saying. It's worrisome that the JadeDragons have went so hard for the late game. They feel like they can stall this game out up against Sot on the Osiris, up against Panitom on the Gilgamesh. Of course, Pagon's Lasbra is going to be chilling, whereas Panitom, He's got the blink, right? He wants to fight as much as possible.
Nika needs to be a little careful. Luckily, that signal didn't connect. Panitom, though, finds what he needs in mid. It's first blood, 1 minute in for the Warriors. And this is how he gets that first blood. And Trelly, it is a very dangerous game to be playing against Gilgamesh, especially when it's Panitom.
He just walked up, took the one, and I'm assuming level 3 was not even necessary. You gotta watch out for those stuns without the beads. Lazar has to play so safe for the rest of the game too. Getting down without beads, level 12 is when he gets access to that safety. Now level 5 could be nice, but he's sticking around the right side of the map. Remember, he looked towards a little bit of action. Nika, remember, he ulted on that totem last time, doesn't have it.
Yeah, stunned out, kicked back, stunned. The CC chain is just solid, but they go in, Winds of Shamash, the damage, the dodge though.
There it is.
It's a little stronger, but the fade away from Sot. Everything you need, and it's a 2-0 lead. Maybe the question, a teleport coming through as well from the Osiris. This is the Warriors showing their hand. They want the Gold Fury, like you said, no life of the party, and already half health for Mike. Has to play careful. Panitom into the back, jumps onto Coast, takes him down to half, but takes his life in the process. And now the turnaround, the Dragons get the Fury. They're looking for the fight. JadeDragons with the chase. One more auto kills off Pagon. You lose Lasbra. You're looking like you might lose Mike, but Coast wants to help out. You need the safety, you need the numbers, and they don't have either. 2 for 2. Fury towards the Dragons. Now the runaway JadeDragons trying to make sure he keeps the numbers advantage, but they're gonna trade him all down the middle. Triple kill for Netroid, but Fury for the Dragons.
JadeDragons isn't done though here, Gore. He wants to get that kill on. He's gonna get the shutdown, and JadeDragons matches the triple kill. He is not gonna be rolled over.
Netroid, Panitom playing aggressive. Watch Lasbra looping around, wants to find someone knocked back away from Panitom, but instead goes for his ult, knock up, at least good for some disrupt. Now you've got Mike rotating in, no ult to his name. You've got Genetics, you've also got Solo or Troll coming around. The Dharmic Pillars go massive here for the Warriors, and they take down Mike. They take down Coast, and it's a double for the carry, looking to continue his tirade through the Dragons, and Sot looking to continue these kills. All you need is a few more and you get another 8-4 Warriors.
The OniWarriors are not to be stopped. They step forward, all off some aggression after respect. The energy in this building. Panitom heads over to left. He wants Vapor's Coast, catches the dash, the beats come through. But the airstrike, is that enough? Netroid wants to chase this. Oh, he's in trouble.
Has to go a different direction. Doesn't go towards the team. Has to hope that Mike has something, but he just does not. It is 6-1 right now for Netroid, and they are not done. Dharmic Pillars lock down Mike. Autos are there. Leap over the wall. Panitom just off the mark, and the pull back from the Warriors. And Trelly, it's because there's something more tantalizing
on the side of the OniWarriors. Heck, you could even use it for the Winds of Shamash. There's just a whole lot. JadeDragons got the Pyro, but Nika jumps in.
Yeah, has a stun onto Pagon. Does he have the help necessary? No, he's taking a lot of damage. The burn from Merlin is something you have to worry about. Watch Sot. Is he going to go over the wall? And he is. Leaps onto Mike, and it's a split fight, but Panitom right now. Genetics, the two that are the lowest, and the chase is on. But JadeDragons, no, he gets caught out. JadeDragons with no beads has nothing to fight with. Lasbra trying to make up for his mid laner, and he's going to help find at least one. Netroid, Genetics, Pagon, they're all low. Yeah, you find Lasbra, but how long can you last when you are surrounded by Coast, when you are surrounded by Mike? Pagon dashes backwards, tries to stay alive, but the zone, the hammer, the smackdown from Nika gets one, and now Sot, under the ire of 3, should be the next to fall for the Warriors, and the Dragons chasing him down as long as they can. The full-on deicide here in game number 2.
The JadeDragons, some low health bars here, but Fire Giant is their target. Nika ults deep in the backline. I'm not even sure the JadeDragons know this.
The Dragons right now daring the Warriors to step to their beat. Panitom, Nika in a small skirmish. Nika jumps towards the back, has Netroid and Pagon CC'd, and now it is all hell breaking loose as they jump in, and Coast is the one who's catching fire. Has to play carefully. The Aegis buys some time, but doesn't buy his life. Genetics is traded out, but it's only a 1-for-1. Nika needs someone big behind him to grant that damage, and that's gonna be JadeDragons to make sure at least Sot, Netroid, half health already, forced to fall back. And the Dragons start to surge forward again.
But you've lost your ADC. Vapor's Coast is in here to burn down the Fire Giant, so the only call is to chase. Lasbra goes forward.
Nika with a loop around. Lasbra's in danger, but he's gonna get saved. Luckily, you've got a great team around you right now, and Netroid's the one in danger, but he is chasing down the jungler. All he needs is the auto. All he needs is a little bit of time, but Nika is not gonna let him buy it. Everyone else half health. The Warriors have to fall back.
And remember, Vapor's Coast has Jingwei
defending against Nika and Lasbra. The right side of Phoenix just as low, and that bomb still in pocket. Panitom leaps away. A little bit of pressure goes a long way, but you need your minions, you need someone to tank it up. Right now, it's over in left where it's all happening. Sot seems to see they have an opening. Stun out from Nika to try and peel, and their turn in this fight. It's 3v2. The Warriors have the numbers advantage, but the silence, the CC, it's not quite good enough. No, Nika, it's falling apart for the Dragons on left, and that silence goes on long. They can't speak, but it buys time. Right side bird goes the way of the Dragons.
And that was what the JadeDragons were looking for. I don't think you want to lose Nika and Laz, but they were trying to find at least
Can they burn it down faster? How do they approach this fight? As well, maybe. Hold that thought. No, the Warriors fall back. How do they hold on to this? Do they just keep it going?
It seems like they just want to go in for a 50-50 already. EFG getting low. JadeDragons has to dash up.
There's
Panitom flanks in.
Has the stun, has the lockdown. Darda is forced to use his relics, at least the bees. But Nika gets burned down. Oh my god, deleted from the board and not traded out for a single warrior just yet. And Panitom, Sot surge forward on left. They force the 4 remaining Dragons to fall back. Genetics gets his reset. Now the EFG, it's on the other side. Warriors with control of the pit.
This is what you have to watch out for when you build so much damage on Bologna. Those crits come through, and now Enhanced Fire Giant looks like the Warriors are going to go in for their pull. Genetics wants to defend the Phoenix, but it looks like he's going to give it up, and here come the Dragons.
It can be a 50-50. Already 50% down. That's going to be the danger. All you need is a straight auto from Coaster, some damage. They go in, and the JadeDragons! The JadeDragons take away the Enhanced Fire Giant. They lose Lasbra, but look at the kills, and look at the damage right now from Darda as they pick up Solar Troll. You lose Coast. You lose 3 in the grand scheme, but you've got the EFG and you slow the Warriors down.
You get EFG, the right Phoenix in here shortly as well. The JadeDragons will not have this buff for much longer. If they want to step forward, it's now, and Mike leads the charge for his team.
You need the runic bombs, 1 already used. You've got the damage life of the party, pulls him in. Lasbra into the back, wants a little more damage with the silence. The silence goes big, uses the knock up for the disengage, but he's taking a lot. Mike picks up 1, but he trades out for the other. Nika leaps in. You've got backup, you've got low Warriors, but you're low yourself. You have to play it cautiously. Mid Phoenix hasn't taken a lot of damage. Goes a few stray shots, and the 3rd bird gone for the Warriors.
The base completely broken. That Titan is looking low, Gore. The minions were pushing forward. Why not grab the right Phoenix off respawn? And look at this, the teleport in from Nika. They might want just a bit more. The JadeDragons might want to step into the Titan room.
Unfortunately, Runic Bomb on Lasper not available in terms of burst, and you have to be careful. Leap in from Sot onto Coast, putting pressure onto the carry, but now he's too far back.
Nika's on the Titan.
Separating
Nika's
everybody.
On the Titan.
Nika is on the Titan, needs a little bit of help.
He's
got
on the
fire
Titan.
minions. He's got some damage. Can they stop the Warriors right here? And right now they're going to do what they can. They've got more minions, so you need a few more autos, but the Dragons do it, and they're up 2-0.
Through in rezzing, but one aspect of Kepri that is strong here is the root.
Job's not done. Until we get all 3 wins, we cannot lift the hammer. The rings are not ours. We don't get another lightning bolt on the collar. There's a lot weighing on the JadeDragons' mind.
Well, here it is, game 3 of the grand. And trying to get him ahead. These stuns, the damage, the control he can have, but that silence oppressive. Panitom, Lasbra coming over, and they want to fight. He's going to go for the up down, but so is Sot, but they have the turnaround. Wins the Shamash, slow him down, the damage, the life. They're getting low, but it's turning around. Lasbra looking for 1 more hit, gets the first blood, loses his life, and now Dardes with the rotation makes sure this one will trade out 2 for 2. If he gets the auto, he has the ult, and does exactly what he needs.
That's a beautiful rotation, and one that was necessary.
Get Dardes over there, get him a kill as well. It feels like it makes these next few minutes dangerous. Lasbra maybe showing some of that. Sot lockdown, slowed out, leaps forward, damage is good, and the kill goes over to the Dragon.
Beautiful play there, forcing out the Eagles rally. SOT had nowhere to run. And that's going to be. You might want to look towards some left lane pressure, but Vapor's Coast recognizes he's outranged. He recognizes he doesn't want to go in for any more fights, and look at this, SOT, he's got the ult. Will he up down? Yes, he will. He goes for the totem, but Lasbra's right here.
And then an immediate leap from Nika. You've got the damage, and you've got yet another kill on the world stage, going over to the JadeDragons jungler, and now he's going to chase down Panitom.
A lot of mid laners that don't want to let their support die there, but he stepped forward just to make sure that we're all good. But look at this, Vapor's Coast is unaware. There's an up down, and Panitom does not care.
Both of them go for it, uses the ult, but he is surrounded. All you need is 1 more hit, and Panitom has it, the jungler for the Warriors, getting proactive on left.
There was a single dragon on the side of left. Someone should have dropped down. I mean, Netroid tanked that up. for quite some time. That's a problem. So smart by SOTS to not get further behind. Lazarus kicked into the wall. Is in a bit of trouble here. He's going to have to hold.
Down. You have to worry about it. The knockup's there. You've got Coast to back you up, but you need a little bit more than that. Panitom is going in, but Coast is looking for it. Procs the res. Lazarus taken down by Panitom. Netroid taken down by Coast, but he runs the wrong direction. Pagon lays there waiting, gets the damage, gets the kill, and is helping to turn this around, but with Panitom in a dangerous spot, and JadeDragons brought down low. The damage goes the way of the Dragons, and they pull that fight back to their advantage.
They'll take the 2v3, and they'll accept that with open arms. The JadeDragons siege Pyromancer goes down. Panitom sieges forward, and Lazarus forced to blink defensively. You get the Runic Bomb over towards Nika, but actually he might be in some trouble.
Yeah, chased down, knocked up, CC forced to leap. Good Darmic pillars from Mike. Peel away the solo laner. Make sure that the Warriors can't be there, but there's a 4-man death ball from the Chaos team in the mid lane, and that tier 1 is gonna get knocked down, no problem.
Gold.
And then Gold pulled up. You've got tier 2 of a crit, and Netroid's gonna start things up. Again, Coast should be able to sniff this out.
Already
How
halfway.
confident are they feeling, and can they get in time? Nika's teleported over. You need the ult. You don't have the time. Gold Fury goes over to the Warriors. Now the fight starts up a little bit too late. The Dragons don't have a lot to work with. Mike pushed against the wall, killed off. Dardes barely jumping over kick. Good for CC, but he's going to get taken down. Meanwhile, Nika, Coast, they turn tail and run. They recognize they can't win that one.
And look where Lazarus was. Nowhere even close. The JadeDragons, curious if they even push up when their jungler is so far on the opposite side of the map. Didn't look like a terrible attempt to go in for a steal. I don't even hate that, but the dash in from Mike, he gets aggressive. Onto Genetics, no less, with Scarab's Blessing available. Just did not seem like a fight the JadeDragons needed to take, and look at this score. The OniWarriors, they're not pulling a tower, they're not pulling a pyro, they're going for a 16-minute FG.
Could be a massive power swing. We just saw Gold. It's in the single digits for a moment. Nika caught out right now, but has Coast for backup. Good damage against the wall immediately onto Genetics, and now they know
Lazarus in the back.
who's going for what. Panitom and Lazarus in the 1v1. Maybe not a 1v1 truly, because Netroid comes in. The damage is looking good. The EI Jutsu forces the ult, and Lazarus tries to turn it around, but he has too many surrounding him and gets picked off by the Warriors.
Man, I mean, you stall out the Fire Giant, so I guess it's not a complete
Look at some
L.
of the builds. You had mentioned Sot, who went back, finished off the shielding. You've got a little bit more defense, I think, this time for Nika, and maybe we'll hold that thought as Netroid tries to start the fight. Coast, half health. You have to be careful here if you're the on her. Panitom jumps forward. Aegis used preemptively, but the beads save him, and now you've got Nika to save your life. You need the help, but it doesn't come in time. Coast goes down, and you have to swarm. You have to rally, and you have to kill off Panitom to make this go even. But with Genetics swooping in, the Warriors take that fight. They isolate Mike, and they're looking to take not just the kill lead, but a tier 2 tower and less.
And this, once again, Lazarus and Dardes were not in this engagement. They could not step in. They're going to go back.
And a lot of the grand scheme of how a fight could break out. Right now, Nika, who's in a little bit of trouble, pulled back. You only have Pagon behind you, but you're taking a little bit of poke. Sot is looking for the loop around. The Warriors get stopped. They go for the Fury instead.
I mean, I wouldn't even hate a call just to go split push, but the only Fury's here. Mike, the only one nearby.
Does not have the damage, does not have the steal, but now you have to worry about the fight. Solar Troll leaps in, is surrounded, but the damage is going the way of the Warriors. Coast forced to Aegis, can't get out of there. Nika chased down Mike, chased down, forced away under the tier 2 in mid, and the Warriors immediately moving for the Warriors right now. And the Fire Giant fight that could break through could be the most crucial portion of this game. Great silence from Mike, stops Panitom with a leap, comes back up. The winds of Shamash turn some things around, and the damage onto Coast, the shutdown onto Coast from the solo laner does exactly what you need. You've lost both the pillars in your side lanes, and the jungler to boot. 3 gone on the Dragons. The Warriors say no right here. Step forward. Mid Phoenix is the first target, but it is the Titan that they want more than anything. And it's Netroid. Oh my God, Dardes. He gets some damage, but he doesn't get the kill. Not enough to shut him down. 4 already gone, and you can't get the kill. The T aside, and the Warriors stand proud and push us to 4.
The OniWarriors will not be swept. 3-0 is out of the question. We have at least.
And I'm going to go back to that Mammon. I think there's just too much prio on this god. Maybe that Bologna pick by Nika in that.
More importantly, the first look on Pagon outside of those 2 mages that we have seen so far onto the Vulcan, and one that it feels, again, kid in a candy shop style electricity for me. It just feels like it could have so much to go for it.
Gore, I've been waiting for picks like these from the OniWarriors. I mean, Panitom on the Susano. I complained in game number 1 about the Athena. I complained about the build on Athena.
And then what they can do with that pressure. Because that's what we saw a lot of last game. Although last game, it was also coupled with fights on right. And now Sot goes in, has Panitom beside him. Nika forced to ult away, but Panitom with the chase in, and first blood to the Warriors, and second blood to the Warriors as Netroid gets aggressive in the duo lane.
Wow, Genetics didn't even have the scarabs. Beacon spawn. Ultimate looking towards Dardas, forcing out the leap. There was no Aegis available. That would have been dangerous, but Dardas, of course, knows the timing. Look at this 1v1, though. Lads are taking a lot.
Yeah, in trouble. Oh, my God, the damage. That's what Panitom needs. And he had backup just in case. But takes out Lasbra, and now might be the
reason. Just tips it over, and the OniWarriors have been playing with so much fire, so much aggression. Finally, we see a little bit of action. Blink in, Dardas jumps right in the ult.
The lead Aegis, it buys some time, but there's the knockup. Do you have the damage?
Pagon's got it.
Pagon's got what you need. You're back if you're Panitom, and immediately the shot opens up the mid lane. And look, a bunch of
remember, Earthshaker takes a while to charge.
Yeah.
You can see that big circle on the ground. If you're going close and you barrel stuff it doesn't actually do that much damage. Panitom forced to bees, but Genetics is nearby.
And now chase down from Lasbra, but then the turnaround. Oh my God, you gotta be careful. And then the shot. Oh my God, everything you need, and it's a DOT from Genetics. Takes that one down. Pyromancer started by the Warriors. Nika's here. Are you gonna try to make a hero play? Can you afford to try and make the hero play? 500 shy of jumping over that. Level 20 hit first, and every single roll.
2 runic bombs.
They've got 2 runic bombs, as you say. Pressure over on right. That bird gets deleted instantly, and the Dragons have no chance to respond. They finally step up with the damage. Oh man, it's going the other way. Mike can't play carefully enough. Taken down by Panitom. Lasbra taken down just after the Warriors are looking to push in, and a great good damage forces out some Aegis, but you've got the DPS. It's on the Titan. The Warriors want a game 5, and the Dragons cannot stop them here. We're going the distance.
Not a single kill dropped. The OniWarriors were not in a bad position that entire game. Pagon's ults were heat-seeking.
Hazer.
I'm so sorry.
Hammer, their whole year culminates in this, and I couldn't have said it better. The Dave just did. Beautiful moments, beautiful drafts, and Trelly, I think we are in for a treat through and through. That's so much on the line, a lot of pressure, whenever the silence comes through, but Nika is not afraid of Sot right now.
Nope, and there's no reason to be. Sure, Bologna's got some better clear, but at the moment, that Warriors axe is gonna help out. Look at this rotation. That was Polar Bear Mike, the support, looking at a gank. There comes Final Judgment, not gonna confirm much, but look at this, the blink in.
They've got Pagon right where they want him. The dash, the pullback is just a little stronger. Dardas gets first blood, and the Dragons look for a second. Lasbra puts them up on the board, 2-0 lead for the Dragons.
And that's what I'm talking about. Nika getting low. He's got Lord of the Afterlife. All he has to do is ult the ult. JadeDragons. That's what you hear. And now a little bit of an engage. Actually, ult goes down. Panitom's in trouble.
Pulled back. You've got 4 Dragons surrounding you. You need something massive to stop it, and it's not gonna happen. The Fire Giant is looking for the assist here and getting some damage, but no one from the Warriors is able to respond, and it's a third on this Pyromancer. Not with this level of burn. Can Sot do something? No, it's too late. And again, the Dragons with another objective. You got Mike, you burn him down. The wall is good, you pull him in. Finally, you put one on the board if you're the Warriors.
You're gonna be okay with that trade for the JadeDragons. You got the Pyromancer, you got the Runic Bomb, but PBM goes down, and finally, no more Crusade.
I've seen more from Ghost this game than I got in the entirety of the On Her game.
I'm surprised it took them this long to prioritize the pick, Gore, but look at this. Lasbra's got the cutoff. He's going in for Netroid. He's got so much damage.
Oh, man, and the wall actually hurts him. Oh, my God, Genetics kills his teammate, and it helps Lasbra out. Now the chase is on. Can you catch up to Panitom? You've got the banner. You've got to pull back, but a leap is a little stronger. Opening space a lot. Oh my God, Pagon almost killed off by Dardas in mid, and no way can this connect. Just shy, just to the right, but oh man, the Dragons are cooking.
The roof would have blown off this place if that ult connected either way. So much damage. Lasbra has the wraparound and cleans up the kill. Netroid tried to wall off, or I guess Genetics tried to wall off Netroid, but ends up locking him in place. Tier 1 tower goes down. Genetics takes some damage, but here comes Panitom.
You've got the aggression. Lasbra walled away. Damage being taken. Has to play carefully, but the hammer dropped from Sot. Kills off the jungler Panitom. Tossed into a tower. Meanwhile, Genetics zoned out by Nika, but he can't get the kill. He can't lock him down. You need a little assistance to get out of there. Luckily, the jungler was waiting for you. Stun. Great from Netroid. You're trading this one out. Luckily for Genetics, he keeps his life in the Warrior. Charlie, they are going to fall back, and they are going to start trying to burn this Fire Giant. 19 minutes into this game. Sot and Genetics are right there, and they're looking like they're going to 50-50. So they have the burn to get the damage. They do. They get the fire, and now the chase is on. Panitom is low, and Lasbra has his target. Sot is burned by a Vaporish Coast. Now, you've got Panitom dead to rights. You've got the Warriors running back in mid. Genetics locks himself down, can't get anything done. Double for the carry. Pagon gets one, but he's gonna lose his life for it.
He jukes around, he gets one. Netroid has to go back to base. The tier 2 tower is the target here. They don't have minions. The Phoenix was never the option, but the tier 2 will drop down. Could be deleted if that's the call, but look at this. SOT, Panitom, they're pretty far forward, and it looks like the JadeDragons want to fight.
They're going for the cutoff path. Panitom has to play carefully, and you need what you need, but he didn't blink in time, and the damage not quite there for the Dragons, but you've got Sot surrounded by 5. The crits ringing true for Vaporish Coast. Force Sot to fall back.
He's gone!
The damage! They've got what they need to at least crack this open. Panitom jumps to the back immediately.
He's gone!
But oh my god, Coast! Oh my god, Coast! He does what's needed!
He gets the crits. One more Phoenix to go. The JadeDragons don't want to overstep here. The Titan should be the target, but they're playing it slow. You have Fire Giant, you have Regen. Lasbra and Dardes looking a little bit worse for wear. They're going to play this one slow. 45 seconds without Panitom, 30 without Sot. They're going to play it slow and go in for the end call, Gore. That Titan needs to drop.
Fire minions on right. The JadeDragons on the precipice of a championship, and they're going to do it. They're going to walk forward and break the curse and win a championship.